Giants. We are Black Fork. We are Arizona.
The homestand continues tonight here at Chase Field for the Arizona Diamondbacks as they take on the Colorado Rockies, a National League West battle, with the Rockies having won last night's ball game. Let's take a look, in fact, at the National League West standings. The Diamondbacks stay 4 behind the Giants. Giants also losers last night. And the Rockies a big gainer in the division as they gain both on the second-place Diamondbacks and the first-place San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everybody. Along with Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte. Darren's got the weekend off. You know, Gracie, the Diamondbacks have to get back to playing some good baseball of late and haven't been playing that well.
No, I think we both noticed that last night, Greg. And ever since the All-Star break, the Diamondbacks, to me, have just seemed a step slow. I think they've made some mental mistakes. I think they've certainly made some physical mistakes that they just weren't making in the first half. Kirk Gibson has even said, we've got to start cleaning up these mistakes. We've got to play more fundamentally sound baseball. And if they start to do that, they've got a chance to catch the San Francisco Giants. But if they continue to plod along like we've seen since the end of the All-Star break, well, it could be a long second half, Greg.
That play indicative last night of the ball that fell into between three fielders for the Diamondbacks. We know they can play well because we saw a lot of that prior to the All-Star break.
Yeah, there was an exciting brand of baseball, and I think a surprisingly exciting brand of baseball. Guys like Ryan Roberts, of course, Justin Upton and Chris Young, they brought some much-needed energy that the Diamondbacks had not had in the last couple of years, Greg, and it just seemed like it was contagious. Everybody started to get on board. The pitching started to improve, and then all of a sudden, like I said, they've taken a step back. So we know these guys can play well, Greg. It's just a matter of going out and doing it now.
For the Diamondbacks tonight, they'll turn to a young man who was really on nobody's radar when this season began, talking about Josh Collmenter.
Yeah, Josh Collmenter's certainly been a big shot in the arm since his recall from Reno a couple of months ago. He dominated in his first 5-6 outings. Then he took a step backward, and maybe the major leagues caught up with him. But since he faced the Brewers the last 2 times he's been on the mound, he has been absolutely wonderful. So now he's got to go out and do it again, because now you're facing an interdivision rival. These games are a lot more important, Greg.
And Jason Hamm will be making his 3rd appearance of the season against the Diamondbacks. We're going to step out of here, step aside. When we come back, Brad Steinke will take a look at J.J. Putz. He is close to returning. Putz last night in Reno. I believe again tonight. We'll find out more from Brad when we come back. Diamondbacks and the Rockies coming up in a moment. went up to $20,000 instantly. Buy Jack in the Box for a limited time. Jack's really big chicken sandwich back for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, no blackout days.
Well, a few minutes away from first pitch here at Chase Field, the D-backs and Rockies getting together game 2 of this 3-game series. You know, David Hernandez has done such a phenomenal job when he took over that closer role when J.J. Putz went down to the DL with that sore right elbow. But it's interesting, J.J., nothing against Sacramento, but he wants to get out of there as quick as possible. He's down with AAA Reno, the Aces, on a rehab assignment. Last night, he threw for the Aces. He went 1 inning, 15 pitches. He gave up a hit, and then he bounced right back. Got a ground out, followed by back-to-back strikeouts. He said he felt fine after the game, and as Kirk Gibson tells us in our Geico quote of the game, he is ready to get back to the bigs.
I talked to him. He says it feels good today. He said there was a 1 o'clock flight back today.
What'd you say?
I said, well, that's tempting, but let's follow through with the plan. That's good news to hear you feel well. Let's hope that you throw well tonight and feel good tomorrow, then we'll know. Because I just think if I'm going to close him, I have to know that he's going to be fine and he can sustain back-to-back.
And that is the key for J.J., back-to-back efforts and making sure there's no soreness the next day. Hey, the D-backs need to get back on track as they get ready to close out this homestand this weekend. Greg Schulte and Mark Grace have the call on Fox Sports Arizona in just a bit.
To the mound goes Josh Collmenter for the Diamondbacks, and let's take a look at the Rockies lineup he's going to be facing tonight. And it really hasn't changed, has it? With the exception of the catcher and the pitcher. Fowler, Ellison, Helton, Tulowitzki, the cleanup hitter. Smith, Wiggins, and Spilborg. Eliezer, Alfonso catching, and Jason Hemond pitching. There's Jim Tracy.
Get your fingers out of your mouth, Jim.
I got a filling loose right there. You know. Well, you got to win last night.
One of the real good guys in this game.
He really is. He really is. He's done well with this Rockies ball club. Some injuries to deal with this year. First pitch of the night. And outside, ball 1. Arizona Ford presents our pitching report on one Josh Collmenter.
Josh Collmenter's certainly been a big surprise at the tremendous success that he's had in his couple of months in the major leagues. And I think he's starting to show that he's getting people out, not necessarily because of his unique arm angle, Greg, but now he's starting to really locate his stuff. Like right there. Beautiful fastball to the inside corner right there to jump ahead 1-2 on Dexter Fowler.
Well, like most pitchers, if he keeps the ball down, he's very effective. When he gets it up, that's when he gets into trouble. And that's in the air. That's up, but that's to an infield.
Well, he just ate him up. Fastball's in. Good stuff.
That's out number 1 of the ball game as Bloomquist handles it. Let's take a look at the remaining defensive position players. Outfield, Parr, Young, and Upton, left to right. Ransom at third tonight with his first appearance as a Diamondback. Bloomquist at short. Roberts at second. For the injured Johnson, Allen at first, and there's the battery. Cody Ransom, Grand Canyon zone, out of Chandler High School. And he is up with the big club from Reno. Getting his start at third base. We mentioned Kelly Johnson taken out of last night's ball game with a calf injury. And Kirk Gibson was speculating, this is before he had even visited with Kelly, that might have him available as a pinch hitter tonight, but giving him a night off.
And a much-deserved night off. And you don't want to just aggravate it and turn it into a really bad thing.
Right.
Miss a couple or 3 games, that's fine. You don't want to miss 20.
And Ellis, did he go around? His body did, but he did not as they appealed down at first. Jim Reynolds said he checked his swing. The top 2 hitters in the lineup last night, Gracie, talking about Fowler and Ellis, boy, they had quite the night. 6 hits between them. They're on base 7 times. How about Collmenter starting the game off with a couple of outs, couple of easy outs, including a strikeout of Ellis.
Well, Collmenter has the reputation for having a wonderful changeup, and that makes that fastball right there look even better. You could tell Ellis was looking changeup, and he got surprised by the fastball from Josh Collmenter. 2 very easy outs to start his evening.
No surprise that Todd Helton is bounced back with a strong 2011 with a .322 average. Collmenter's working fast, and he's throwing strikes.
Man, he is a strike machine right now.
Popped up. Boy, how about an easy inning?
Pretty impressive inning, isn't it?
Sure is. Ransom's got it in foul ground. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rockies on what? 9 pitches and 10 pitches in that first inning. D-backs will look at Jason Hamill when we come back. No score. Come in here 6 above 500, 4 behind the Giants, definitely in the race in the National League West. Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Bloomquist, Parr, and Upton. Parr in the 2 spot tonight. Young, the cleanup guy, followed by Montero. Roberts playing second. Allen, Cody Ransom batting 8th ahead of the pitcher Josh Collmenter. And the guy the Diamondbacks are looking at tonight is that guy right there, Jason Hamill.
Big old Jason Hamill. Big, long, tall right-hander. Got a good sinker ball. When he's really on, Greg, he's got a very good curveball. If he doesn't have his curveball, he's in for a long evening.
28 years old. The Rockies got him from Tampa Bay back on April 5th of 2009. He's pitched very well for them in a starter's role. His first pitch of the night, and it's a strike. Gerald Cousins getting a lot of easy calls here from these pitchers.
That right arm's getting a workout, isn't it?
Yep. Willie last night in the ball game had a couple of hits. And he lines this one to right field, a base hit.
That was pretty, wasn't it?
Yeah, we always talk about that leadoff hitter. We were talking before the ball game here tonight about a guy like Tony Womack as we watch Bloomquist single here. He loves to drive the ball the other way. You're going to put it on the outside corner of the plate. I'm going to get it that way. You got to have it. Guys like Tony Womack aren't around anymore, and it's a different type leadoff hitter in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't see many Tony Womacks or Vince Coleman's, guys like that anymore, guys that would go an entire season, maybe hit one home run, but yet they'd steal 75, sometimes even 90 bases. I think anymore it seems like general managers and decision makers, they'd rather have long balls than speed.
Willie probably, if you got right down to it, probably the best leadoff guy the Diamondbacks have is Parra shows bunt, draws a bat back outside ball one.
Yeah, they don't have that stereotypical Brett Butler type of leadoff man anymore.
In fact, the Diamondbacks have had, as their leadoff hitters this year, Bloomquist has been there the most. This with his 36th start. Roberts 25 in the leadoff spot, Young 20, and Johnson 20. So those have been the leadoff hitters through the first 100.
And you can run on Hamill, can't you?
Yeah, he's allowed 13 steals, 5 caught stealing. Alfonso's his catcher. He steps off and bluffs Willie back to the bag. Hamill is 28 years old, his 20th start of the year. Got his 5th win on July 8th, his last outing against Washington. 2 runs over 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits. Parra takes one low, and he's ahead on the count, 2-0.
And also what Bloomquist's speed does at first base and his base stealing ability, it just gives Hamill something else to think about other than that hitter in the batter's box, and that would be Gerardo Parra. So because of that now, he's fallen behind 2-0, and he's become a one-pitch pitcher now. He is going to have to throw a fastball here. Gerardo Parra should get a good rip at it if it's in the strike zone.
Wigginton, the third baseman, about even with the bag. Gerardo likes to drive the ball that way. Throw over, and Willie will dive back in safely. Early start here, the old 5:10 Saturday evening start at Chase Field. I like that. I think the fans have adapted to it pretty well. A little peek at the crowd, which we see some fans still coming in. Parra gets one on the ground, foul. First base side. Well, last night wasn't a pretty game for the Diamondbacks.
No.
They got a 3-0 lead, and then after that, Gracie turned into a Rockies night.
Yeah, Daniel Hudson struggled. Not only with his pitches, but he struggled defensively as well. Made a couple of miscues.
Didn't get a bunt
Yeah,
down.
didn't get a bunt down, and it ended up making him very tired because he had to run all over the base paths, had to score on a triple by Willie Bloomquist. And they had to go right back out there to the mound right after that, and you could tell he was gassed.
2-1 to Parra, swinging a foul back. That ball was up a little bit. Gerardo went after it, but fouled it.
Yeah, he got a good rip at about a belt-high fastball.
Gracie, there's a little different mind. Parra pretty much has been in the 8th spot of the batting order all season long. A little different mindset when you're batting second in the order, isn't there?
Well, now he's up there with. Now he doesn't have to worry about the pitch. Are they going to pitch around me and pitch to the pitcher? And I think he's earned a spot up there. We always have to worry about that mindset, don't we?
Yes, we do. Lead at first. Bloomquist gets back. Willie doesn't have terrific speed. He's got decent speed, but he's a smart base runner.
Right. He gets good jumps.
Yep. He's just a good baseball player is what he is. He edges away. Remember, he led all of baseball the first couple of weeks of the season in stolen bases before he got hurt. He'll draw another throw, and a little bit off the mark that time by Hamill. Hamill obviously aware of his difficulties with base stealers, 13 steals and 18 attempts against him. So he's going to do everything in his power to try and hold runners close. So we might see quite a few throws over. We already have. Parra patiently waits at the plate. Outside.
I would imagine Willie's going to be on the move now with a 3-2 count.
Yeah, I would think so.
Gerardo Parra has hit into a lot of double plays in his short career. which means one thing. It doesn't mean he's slow. He just hits a lot of hard ground balls.
Hamill's has picked up 10 double plays this year.
So go ahead and put him in motion. Try to stay out of that double play and trust he can make contact.
Parr's hit into 6. There goes Willie. And a foul back and out of play.
Everybody clap your hands.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Rockies. Brought to you by David Robleski and Associates. Spilborg's Fowler, Smith in the outfield. Wigginton, Tulowitzki, those mouthfuls. Third and short, Ellis, Heldon, and Alfonso and Hamill. I abbreviate Wigginton and Tulowitzki in my scoreboard.
What about Eliezer?
Yeah.
Alfonso?
Yeah. Just call him Al. There goes Willie. Ball 4 inside. Good start to the night. Single and a walk. You know, the one thing we can say about the Diamondbacks this year, Gracie, after they have had a game like they had last night, they've been pretty resilient at bouncing back with a good one the next game.
You're exactly right, Greg. And I think you have to give a lot of credit to Kirk Gibson and his staff. Gibby likes to give as much credit to his staff than he does himself. And I think these guys just continue, and I say these guys, the staff and Kirk Gibson, they push these guys hard. They push these players hard. They expect them to play smart baseball. They expect them to play winning baseball night in and night out. And they don't allow them to dwell on what happened yesterday.
Yeah, it's got to that point now. You're playing game number 101. You're in the race. You're in it to win it now.
Doggone right.
You know, what happened in the past, it's all nice, but now you're in there over the last 62. You got to keep trudging on because you are in the race. And here is Upton, who's been swinging a hot bat of late. After his slide, he's gone 7 for his last 14. He's got the batting average just under a tick below 290. Ground ball down to third. Skips by Wigginton. Down the left field line. In comes Blomquist. Here comes Parra. Matt Williams waving him home. And he'll score on a 2-run double by Upton, and it's 2-0 D-backs. Wigginton couldn't corral it.
Fastball in, he chops it down the line. And as you said, Wigginton just couldn't corral it. Got an in-between hop, and it's by him. Now start the merry-go-round, and Matt Williams waving all the way. Blomquist's going to score easily, but now Matt Williams, his concern now is Gerardo Parra. He's getting down the line, he's watching, and he starts waving the windmill. And Parra scores as the ball got away from Tulowitzki on the relay throw.
So Upton hits 50 on the RBI total, and he has tied the guy at the plate, Chris Young, for the team lead. And CY is swinging a miss, strike 1.
Kirk Gibson was talking before the game, Greg. Somebody, or at least a couple guys, need to get real hot.
Upton's there right now.
I would agree with you. 100%. He is certainly a guy that's been swinging the bat good. Chris Young, he's been stuck on 50 RBIs for a while now.
He hasn't homered since Oakland. So he's hit 16 on the year. The pitch to him here. A shot to center, sinking and falling in front of Fowler. Upton's going to third. There's a throw. He'll get in. Good base running by Upton because that was a sinking liner. He's going back to second. And he's thinking that ball's going to be caught, but he did get on his horse and at least get to third.
Well, it was good base running because he was safe at third base. But he goes all the way back and actually tags. That's one you probably need to get at least 10, 15 feet off the bag. Fortunately, he's got such great speed that he was able to beat the throw over to third. If that's Mark Grace, he's out at third.
When I saw the ball hit, I thought it was going to hang up for Fowler.
And good for Chris Young. He needed that.
Yeah, he definitely needed that. So first and third, still nobody retired by Hamill. And Montero at the plate.
Awfully different looking ball club than last night, isn't it?
You knew it would be. And Hamill has already thrown more pitches than Collmenter did in the first inning. Hasn't gotten anybody out. Fifth batter of the inning. And Montero slicer to the left. That ball is going to get down. That's a fair ball. It'll score Upton. Here comes Young around third. He's being waved home. There'll be no throw. He scores. 2-run double Montero. 4-0 D-backs. And And I like the fact they keep putting the guy out there at second with nobody out. That was almost identical to the ball hit by Upton. Tulowitzki tried to short hop and get a throw, and that ball bounced off his glove.
That's exactly right. He lets the ball travel, and now he just swats it the other way. It's a couple of feet fair. And now once again, Matt Williams turning on the windmill at third base. Chris Young going hard all the way, and you certainly expect that from him. Boy, it's nice to wave these guys around that can fly. And then once again, the ball gets away from Troy Tulowitzki on the relay, and everybody's safe. Justin Upton and now Miguel Montero drive in RBIs number 49 and 50 apiece.
So Diamondbacks now with 3 players with 50 runs batted in. All in the middle of the order, 3, 4, and 5.
Boy, what a start to the evening.
Gotta like it. Here's Ryan Roberts. Bob Apodaca had a long talk at the mound with Jason Hemond.
That's just a nightmare start for a starting pitcher. You faced 5 guys. 4 of them have scored, and the other guy's standing out on second base while you're in the stretch.
And the one guy who did not hit the ball, you walked on a 3-2 count. That's that guy right there, Parra. So Roberts up there. He's driven in 40 on the year. And he takes slow ball 1. Now you're up there thinking about kangaroo court. I won't be the first guy to make it out in this game. Allen on deck. Single walk, double, single double. 4-0. And that is a ball. Looked like Darryl Cousins is going to bring the arm up, but decided against it.
But also, 2 guys have really set a tone for this ballgame. First, Josh Collmenter goes out and just has a beautiful crisp. As I said in the open, wonderful first inning.
You got real low on that.
And then, ball 3. And then, Willie Bloomquist starting the bottom of the inning, comes out, whacks a base hit. He's got some speed out there. Hamill had to think about him, made some mistakes. Next thing you know, 4 runs are on the board before any Diamondback has been retired. So Josh Collmenter and Willie Bloomquist really putting in big-time stuff here in the first inning. Ball 4. It is a disaster right now for Jason Hamill.
And Brandon Allen will bat with 2 on and still nobody out. 2 walks in the inning to go along with the 4 hits.
It may be time for Jim Tracy to maybe have the bullpen phone ring. Nobody yet.
Now he's talking to Tom Reynolds there, his bench coach. Allen hitting 154, 2 hits, but they've both been home runs. 4 runs batted in. Number 7 in the order, still nobody out. Swing and a miss, blew the fastball by him, strike 1.
Throwing plenty hard is Jason Hamill, 94 miles an hour on that fastball, right by Brandon Allen.
Hamill came in here 2-2 with a 3.40 ERA on the road, 3.40. That obviously is going up. And he wants some new signs here from his catcher, Alfonso. And in fact, he says, let's come on out and talk about it. Well, the Diamondbacks last night had a 3-0 lead early. Second inning, let it slip away. But just a much different look here early in this one tonight. And setting the tone was Collmenter in that first inning, 10 pitches and 3 quick outs.
Nothing a pitcher loves more than getting an at-bat in the first inning.
Yeah.
He's going to get one most likely.
That's the ball outside, and it's 1-1. Diamondbacks lead the season series with the Rockies 6-4. And both teams are 2-2 here. 2 wins, 2 defeats. Swing and a miss by Allen. 1-2.
Some good sink on that one. And Allen right over the top of it.
Brandon up from Reno. Of course, everybody's still talking about the long home run he hit the other night. But again, only the 2 hits since coming up, the 2 home runs. And he strikes out. That's the first out of the inning. Hemond needed that in the worst way.
Threw a couple of change-ups, and Brandon Allen just couldn't wait back long enough, and he was out in front of both of them. You can see that's a very well-executed change-up there, and you can see just how far out in front Brandon Allen was.
Now Cody Ransom makes his Diamondback debut. Cody Ransom, parts of 8 major league seasons. He's been with the Giants, the Astros, the Yankees, the Phillies, and now the D-backs. 219 career games.
Welcome back to the big leagues, Cody.
You saw his numbers there, what he was doing with Reno. And he hits one, pretty deep center field. Back goes Fowler at the wall. He's got it. And Montero will stay at second base.
Well, that would have been something.
That would have been way out in Reno.
I was going to say, the Reno elevation's a little bit higher than here. He got a fastball to his liking, hit it about 405 feet to dead center field. I mean, he put a good charge into it.
Oh, he sure did. So that's 2 outs in the inning now. Diamondbacks on the bench thought he had it. Collmenter takes the ball. Josh is 2 for 19, looking for that first RBI as a major leaguer. So a strikeout and a deep fly to center. And that's a strike call, 1-1. Ransom's power numbers this year.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. 89 RBIs with the 26 home runs in Reno. He almost had one in his first at-bat as a Diamondback, or at least an extra base hit. Collmenter hits one foul out of play. One-two pitch coming up to Collmenter. And he checked off. 2-2. All this damage and 26 pitches thrown by Hemond in the first. 2 walks, a strikeout, total of 4 hits, 4 runs so far. The Diamondbacks have batted around. And a bouncer back up the middle. Center field. Up, knocked down by Tulowitzki. Here comes Montero. Throw to the plate. He is safe. The ball gets away. And the other 2 runners advance. Collmenter will get an RBI hit. And he got a little bitty smile on his face.
Well, it's a fabulous play by Troy Tulowitzki. This ball's chopped right back up the box. It doesn't look like there's any way Tulowitzki's going to get to it. Then it's a good throw to the plate. And Alfonso just drops the ball. Making the tag. I mean, it's there. He makes the tag. And the ball just squirts right out, and Montero is safe.
It's a 5-run inning.
So really what was a terrific play by Troy Tulowitzki got ruined when Alfonso
didn't catch it.
Couldn't make the tag. Diamondbacks just continue to pound away here at Jason Hemond.
And there's a ball down low. And what made that play so great by Tulowitzki, he never gave up. He knew Montero does not have good speed at second base. If he could get to it, knock it down, he still might have a play. And I'll be darned if he didn't. They almost got him. There's a foul that is off the catcher's mask back to the screen. That's just good baseball instincts right there.
That's exactly right.
Diamondbacks have 23 runs batted in from their pitching staff, Gracie, which is tops among pitching staffs in baseball. Washington is second with 15. Man. The 1-1 to Bloomquist, who started this inning with a base hit and scored. He fouls it back, and it's 1-2.
He just took one right off his knuckles there from Hemond.
Well, if he gets a hit here, it could be a 7-run inning.
Well, it's going to happen long hit to score Josh Collmenter from second base.
A well-placed hit. RBIs, 2 each by Upton and Montero, 1 by Collmenter.
Well, Willie's just a dirty uniform, isn't he?
Yep.
Every time you see him, he's just got a belly full of dirt.
And a foul again out of play. I'm sure his Little League, he came home from Little League game and he was covered head to toe in dirt like that.
He was pig pen,
Yep.
wasn't he?
He only knows one gear and one way to play the game. It's been a big first inning for the D-backs. 5 across here. Still batting second and third. Still no activity in the Rockies bullpen. And that's the problem you have if you're Jim Tracy or any manager when you have a 5-run first inning. You don't want to eat up everybody. It's a long road trip.
Very true.
And that's the strike call, and this inning is over. The breaking ball got Willie, froze him. Diamondbacks send 10 to the plate. 2-run doubles by Upton and Montero. And for good cause, an RBI hit by Collmenter. 5-0 after 1, D-backs. Tonight, outdoors, we are very comfortable indoors at 79 degrees. And it was a big, breezy first inning for the Diamondbacks as they scored 5 to lead it 5-0. And now home plate umpire Darrell Cousins may have something wrong, as Ken Crenshaw, the Diamondbacks team trainer, is out there along with the third base umpire Ron Culpa.
Looks like his back may be bothering him. He's pointing down at his lower back. Darrell not getting any younger.
No.
Been around a long, long time, the veteran umpire.
And they're making sure he's okay. Jim Wolf now comes in from second, so all the umpires are gathered. He might have been asking Grant Trenbeth there, the Diamondbacks groundskeeper.
Yeah, he's the groundskeeper. He can't help his back too
Well,
much.
he might be saying, get your trainer out here. I need to ask him a question or two. He's trying to bend right now. You can see. Going to try and stick it out, at least for the time being. What you got for our Nissan key to the game here today?
I think you're going to enjoy this one,
All
Greg.
right.
The key to the game today is Vabrisa.
Who?
That's right, Vabrisa. Well, do you know what Vabrisa is?
Yeah, because I've been told.
Yeah, well, it's nose hair. That's the scientific term for nose hair. And it looks like the Colorado Rockies found a way to really rally past the Diamondbacks last night by yanking nose hairs of each other. So I kind of told the Diamondbacks maybe that's what you need to do tonight. And evidently they've been yanking Vabrisa all over that dugout because they're up 5-0 as we speak.
You know, if you're going to do that, at least have a batting glove on, right?
Exactly. That's disgusting.
Strike one from Collmenter.
So Fabrica.
Oh. Tulowitzki at the plate. Only a 10-pitch first inning for Collmenter. Oh, look at that breaking ball.
That's gorgeous. That's by far Josh Collmenter's third pitch, but he's starting to develop a little more confidence in it every single game, Greg.
And even if he doesn't throw it that often, it's now in the mind of these Rockies hitters. The 0-2 to Tulowitzki. Into the dirt. 1-2. Collmenter looking for a victory here tonight and get the Diamondbacks even in this series.
Just missed the inside corner.
Just did. Not very good against the Diamondbacks this year, but 5 runs batted in. That's fouled back. You know, Tulo's numbers against the Diamondbacks in his career, he's had some big hits against them, but they're not all that great.
Not for a player of his caliber, no.
220, and that's in almost 300 at bats. 3 for 38 this year, but always capable of putting together a good game and a good series. There's a little floater foul back and out of play. There's those the career numbers. And a drive to right, pretty well hit. Back goes Upton, and it's gone. A home run opposite field. So Tulowitzki drives one out of here. And the Rockies have cut the lead to 5-1, his 19th of the season.
He kept throwing them fastballs. And finally, Troy Tulowitzki caught up with one and drove it out of here to right center field.
I was saying he hasn't got great numbers against the Diamondbacks, especially this year, but he is capable of that almost any time he's up there at the plate. So a run back for the Rockies, 5-1 now. And Josh telling himself, got to get that ball down. Here's Seth Smith. Fly ball, center field. That'll be easy for Young.
Well, when you give up a home run, just come on out and get one pitch, one out right after it.
So Smith, the deep fly ball to center. Here's Wigginton.
That's the first run that Collmenter's given up in a while, isn't it?
Yeah. Had the shutout, 8-inning shutout against Milwaukee, and then a 6-inning shutout game at Milwaukee. First run he has given up since July 1st, when he gave up 5 in a loss to Oakland. Wigginton takes a little bit outside, ball one. For the Rockies, it was home run number 99 on the year as a team. There's a pop up around the plate area. Yeah, Mattel's got him. Right now, he looks like he's got his pitches going, that's for sure.
First pitch fastball, and then you come right back with that big arm swing, and the ball just never gets there on the changeup. And you can see Wigginton way out in front, and an easy pop up.
And now Spilborghs, who has the batting gloves on. One for 5 last night. Foul back.
Follow the Diamondbacks with MLB.com at Bat 11 for your iPhone, your iPad, your Android, or your BlackBerry. Live audio, video highlights, and much more. Text at Bat to 31826 or visit dbacks.com for details.
A ball and a strike on Ryan Spilborghs. D-backs since May 13th have gone 38-26, second best record in the major leagues since that period of time. They were 30-25 after the end of May. 19-10 alone in May. And since that time, they've played 45 games, pretty much 500, 23-22. They've had a 4-game winning streak, a couple of 3-game winning streaks, and 3 3-game losing streaks. So it's kind of been back and forth. And a swing and a miss here.
Yeah, it's been a little stagnant.
Yeah. Kind of 500 baseball. They have stayed within that range, as we said last night. 4 games to about 7 or 8 games over 500. There's a foul back again. I'd like a nice little stretch here where maybe they could win 8 out of 10.
Well, if you could do that, you would really put some distance between yourself and the rest of the National League West. And you'd probably gain some ground on those confounded San Francisco Giants, too.
And they're playing the West. We mentioned it last night. Swing and a miss. No boards out.
Nice bounce back there by Collmenter after the home run.
His second strikeout. Run of the home run by Tulowitzki. And after 1.5, it's 5-1. D-backs. Play right here at Chase Field. Go to the interactive kiosk near section 111 during all Diamondbacks regular season home games. We have played 1.5 here. Along bottom of the first for the Diamondbacks as they played at 5. Tulowitzki a solo home run at the top of the second. 5-1 is our score. And back to work, Jason Hemond, who threw 32 pitches in that 5-run first inning. 10 went to the plate. Parra leads it off. He walked, scored in the first. Takes the ball. Well, the Diamondbacks don't want to stop here. They need a big explosion.
You can't rest. You got to continue to pound away.
They saw that last night, squandering a 3-run lead. 1-1 on Parra. Outside, the Diamondbacks scoring their 5 runs. It's the 9th time they've scored at least 5 runs in an inning this season. 2nd time they've done so in the first inning. They got 7 in the first against the Cubs. April 28th as Parra gets a base hit by Hemond into right field to start the 2nd inning. He's been on base twice. He's liking that number 2 spot in the order.
They drew a big walk in the first inning. Now he swats one by Todd Helton. Looked like Helton may have plugged.
Here's Upton, who had a 2-run double in the first. He is now at 50 RBIs on the year. He and Montero both got their 2-run 2-base hits. How about this, Gracie? In the first inning of the Diamondbacks, runners in scoring position, 4 for 7. How about those opportunities?
That's a lot of opportunities in the first inning.
There goes Parra. Upton, deep center field. Back on it, though, goes Fowler. Parr's going to have to move to get back to first. Here he comes after the catch, and he will get back. Boy, Upton's swinging the bat well right now. That ball almost carried to the wall. And just a nice, easy swing. And Parr almost made a base running blunder.
Parr going on his own, got decoyed, but now he sees, okay. But then he scampers back, has the presence of mind to realize that Fowler had it and got back rather easily.
Remember Ruben Rivera's base running?
Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to forget it. I was actually playing first base when that happened.
He did everything but run into the dugout and get a cup of coffee and then run back out on the field. Oh. Here's CY. Let's go down to Brad, who's got some info here on Chris.
Yeah, earlier today, CY was at his locker paying very close attention to his iPad, but he wasn't watching a movie or checking out a website. He was actually looking at every at-bat that he's had on this homestand. And as you guys pointed out earlier, he struggled 5 of 28 before this game. But he said he found something, and then I asked him, okay, how do you take it from finding it to improving on that? He said he took it to the cage, and he's applied it in the game already with the base knock against the Rockies.
Yeah, nice solid single to center first time up. Thanks, Brett.
Yeah, it's when you're struggling hitting the baseball, the first thing you have to do, you and your hitting coach have to do is locate the problem. Okay, let's find on this video, you know, are my hands in the proper spot, or am I too wide open, or are my hips square? There's lots of things that can go on that Don Baylor and or Chris Young have to find. Well, the good news is they found it. They found the problem. They located it. Now it's a matter of applying. Now you do whatever it was that he was doing incorrectly. Now you have to apply it during batting practice, and so far he's gotten it to the game, but he's sitting 0-2 right now.
That goes off of the mitt of the catcher to the backstop, and Parr goes to second. That ball was up when it.
I was going to say that'll probably go as a wild pitch, but I think Alfonso, if you ask me, probably should have had it because he's looking for it up. He just doesn't get the glove up there.
And you saw Hemond kind of look at his hand as if to say, "What'd you do to me there?" 1-2 now on Chris Young.
Like, hey, you wanted a high fastball. Yeah, but it didn't want it that high.
So Chris has got an RBI opportunity here. Chance to break the log jam. A trio now at 50 RBIs on the year. But he'll strike out swinging. And
that's a good curveball we talked about that Hemond has. If you can lay off it, you have a chance. But CY chased a couple in that at bat off the plate, and he's a strikeout pitcher.
He got Bloomquist to end the second inning on the same pitch. Now Montero, who doubled down the left field line, his first time up, scoring 2. And a strike is called. Diamondbacks trying to come right back with a run after the Rockies got one in the top of this inning. Parr's at second, 2 down. Diamondbacks 6 hits already in less than 2 innings. They had 9 total last night. There have been some games on this homestand where they haven't gotten many more, or even less than 6. Montero, a big hack at it.
Well, he tried to come inside on Miguel Montero there, and he left it right in the middle of the plate. Montero let him get away with it, and you can see he's disgusted with himself right now.
Miggy's gotten back up to 280. He was at 270 not too long ago. He's had a decent homestand. 8 for 21, 5 runs batted in. There's a breaking ball, and you can break that one into a trap with Montero. He's the team leader in RBIs. He knew it was coming, didn't he? He'd been paying attention. Montero hits his 12th. scored far ahead of him. He's got a big night going.
Well, he just sat all over that curveball. That's a guy that pays attention. He sees that Hemond is starting to fall in love with his curveball. He just sits all over it and rifles it right down the line. No doubt about it. And the Diamondbacks answer right back with a couple of their own here in the bottom of the second.
And with that home run, Fulton Holmes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association.
Jimmy Reynolds, the Phoenix area native. He was right down the first base line to call that a fair ball.
How about Miggy's night, huh? Double.
4 RBIs in 2 innings. That's pretty good.
Home run. Yeah, he's one of those who wants 5 at-bats tonight now. And that was a big one, too. It was a 2-out, 2-run hit.
Those are the killers. I'd like to see. Let's have Kurt Zach, our fine statistician, look up Miguel Montero's numbers this year at least against the Colorado Rockies. He seems like he just wears out the Rockies, and maybe even his career numbers against the Rockies.
300 this year going into this ball game. He's 11 for 32.
It just seems like every time we go to Colorado, he hits a home run into that bullpen.
There's a foul. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. Well, they've got 7 on the board. And we're not through 2 innings yet.
Let's eat.
Breaking ball stays up high. Diamondbacks already 5 for 9 runners in scoring position in this ball game.
That wins you games.
Yeah.
That makes your manager happy.
Roberts, another foul out of play. Hamill has not even batted in this game yet. The Rockies pitcher, he's due up second in the bottom of the second inning. Just got to grind through it. 3-2 to Roberts is a ground ball to second. Ellis has got it. On to first. That'll end the inning. 1 batter too late as far as Hamill and the Rockies are concerned, as Miguel Montero hit his 12th, takes over the team lead in RBIs with 52. 4 of those RBIs tonight. 7-1 D-backs. He's here as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Josh Collmenter back to work. Tonight's text poll presented by your local Valley Kia retailers. By texting to vote, fans consent to receive a message from Kia Motors America. Biggest surprise this season.
Those are 4 good candidates right there. What's your answer to that? There is no right and wrong answer. I think they've all been big surprises.
Into right field for Upton on his horse, but he gets back there and makes a nice running catch off Alfonso's back. One away. Well, I think if you look at that grouping right there, Collmenter wasn't on anybody's radar, as we said in the open. Roberts, maybe a long shot to make the roster out of spring training before it started, but he led all of baseball in hitting. Bloomquist, you figured he was going to play. Hernandez was a key component.
You didn't think you'd get this much out of David Hernandez, did you?
But I would have to say it's probably Collmenter with what he's been able to do.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I think it would be Collmenter as well, just because I don't think anybody expected him to be a major league pitcher this year. Obviously,
the Diamondbacks gave up Mark Reynolds and wanted Hernandez. He was the key ingredient in that deal. So they had a lot of faith in Hernandez, and boy, he is not disappointed at all.
He's been terrific. And like I said, I think all 4 of those candidates are all correct answers.
But if you would have said Josh Collmenter on July 23rd would be looking for his 6th win of the season and has played an important role in a ball club that's 6 games over 500 and 4 games back, he would have, Josh?
And an ERA in the mid-2s.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to say it's Collmenter. But you may disagree, and you have every right to do that. So that's why we've got the text poll going. Oh, boy.
Baby. That's just unfair to do to an opposing pitcher, isn't it? No, it's not.
No. Well, this might be one of those games, too, Gracie, where he can really work on that pitch.
He could probably use a little better curveball, but the only way to make it better is to throw it.
Yeah.
And you can throw it in the bullpen all you want and on your side sessions, but until you throw it in the game and develop confidence in it in the game,
it's been pretty good here tonight.
It's going to do you no good, and exactly, it's been very good.
And his offense has been rattling around the bases here for him. The Diamondbacks sent 10 to the plate in the first inning, getting their 5 runs. The 13th time this season they've batted around.
Well, he just continues to pound Dexter Fowler in with fastballs.
Fowler had a big night last night. He's been playing very well since he's been called back up from AAA.
Look at that thing of beauty. Change up there. Wow. He can be fun to watch.
Yeah, he can.
A couple of fastballs in to get to there and then pull the string. Gas. That was a clinic right there, folks. An absolute clinic.
Strikeout of the night. A 1-2-3 inning. Second 1-2-3 inning of the game. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 7-1 D-backs. Low prices. And brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit phxkia.com. London Bridge.
Yeah. Up there in Lake Havasu.
I love London Bridge.
You ever been over to London?
I have not. I've been to London Bridge.
I made the mistake. I'm thinking it's probably a common mistake. Is that ball's rifled down the right field line.
Allen needed that too, Gracie. He'd only had 2 hits coming up. Both were home runs. This is a single. And yet another Diamondback hit their 8th of the night off Hemond.
And he just takes a fastball and rips it down the right field line. Out there in front of Seth Smith. And the Diamondbacks, it's good to see, just continue to step on that accelerator. Continue to pound away. Don't give these guys any breathing room. But I made the mistake over in London of thinking the Tower Bridge was London Bridge.
A lot of people do. Yeah.
And London Bridge is just a flat bridge. Kind of nondescript, actually, compared to the Tower Bridge. But I always thought the Tower Bridge was London Bridge. I'm not real bright.
Well, I think a lot of people do make that mistake, though. Cody Ransom almost got one off the wall in straightaway center in his first at-bat as a Diamondback. But it was hauled in right at the wall by Dexter Fowler in that 5-run first inning. There's a fly ball to left. Coming on for it. Making a sliding catch. Throw back to first. Allen gets back. Spielborg's a nice play out there. Spielborg's pretty good outfielder. He's got a pretty good arm, too.
Just a good, valuable guy to have on your team. He's going to have to play a lot now with Carlos Gonzalez on the shelf for at least a couple of weeks. Just a valuable guy. He can play all 3 outfield positions. He can even play the infield for you if you need him to. Josh Collmenter will probably be asked to bunt here.
Josh got his first RBI hit. Last time up, he takes a strike. It was Josh's 3rd hit of the season. There's Matty down at 3rd. Still seems strange to look down there and see the coaches in the batting helmets.
Yeah, it's just law now.
Yep. Wigginton really charging hard. There's a bunt to first. Helton's got it. He'll come in and tag Josh.
Very well done. Very well done by Josh Collmenter. Just lets it get right there. Watches it all the way in. Just pops it right out there to Todd Helton. You can see the third baseman, Ty Wigginton, was right in the shorts of Josh Collmenter, so you have to bunt it to first, and he's successful. Very well done.
How many sacrifice bunts do you think you had in your career?
Me? I'm guessing probably 15.
I was going to say, you probably did not have very many. Not called upon in the spots you batted.
Sometimes I did it on my own.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Manager doesn't mind that.
Yeah, first and second. Nobody out in a situation, late in the ball game, maybe a tie game. Off a guy that I wasn't all that comfortable off of. I'm like, man, I'll just go ahead and sacrifice bunt here instead of risk getting into a double play.
Willie looking for a 2-out knock to get the run home, and a tapper foul. Bloomquist got this game off to a good start for the D-backs with a single to right field in the first inning. He scored. He batted for a second time, but struck out to end the first inning. So he's up 3rd time in 3 innings. That's when you know your offense is doing something.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, indeed. Josh Collmenter's not going to argue with that. Outside. .32 first inning pitches for Hemond. Through 20 in the second. He's up over 60 now in the ball game. Right now, he's trying to give his team a little length.
He's trying to put the first 0 on the board. Willie Bloomquist trying to drive in. Brandon Allen here with 2 outs. Diamondback's been very good tonight with runners in scoring position. That's strike 3. Good pitch.
Third strikeout, fourth strikeout make that for Hemond. Rolling out, another look at London Bridge, Lake Havasu. Here in Phoenix, Diamondbacks lead the Colorado Rockies 7-1. Hemond, the Diamondbacks special president and CEO Derek Hall, was awarded the Buck O'Neil Lifetime Achievement Award in Cooperstown, New York.
Good for Roland Hemond.
Absolutely.
Well
one
deserved.
of the greatest, not only baseball persons you'll ever meet, but one of the greatest guy you'll ever meet. I mean, he's so good for the game.
Yeah, tough to find a nicer man or more of a smarter baseball man than Roland Hemond.
Roland's been around the game for 60 years. Of course, it's Hall of Fame weekend in Cooperstown. Collmenter gets a strike in there to Mark Ellis. I think Joe Garagiola Jr., the Diamondbacks' first general manager, probably said it best. He said he epitomizes what's good about the game. Always upbeat, always sees the positive in things. And Roland, well deserving, and receiving the second annual Buck O'Neil Lifetime Achievement Award. Roland was the on the ground floor for two of the most successful franchise startups. The Angels in '61 and, of course, the Diamondbacks some 35 years later. Pioneered the Arizona Fall League. There's a line drive to left and a leadoff single by Mark Ellis off Collmenter here in the fourth inning. And Kirk Gibson had these thoughts on Roland Hemond.
He's one of those guys I've known over the years. He's like my Ernie Harwell. I mean, I've just now been able to spend real time with Roland since I've been in this organization. And the thing about these guys, they've served the game for so long. I mean, many, many, many years. And the most amazing thing about it is not only their contributions and the things they've accomplished, it's their recall of it.
Well, again, a very special day, and a number of Diamondbacks front office personnel are in Cooperstown with Roland. Special day for him and special weekend. And boy, we wish nothing but the best for Roland. We'll be happy to see him when we get back in town off the next road trip.
I mean, two of the best people in the same breath, Buck O'Neil and Roland Hemond. Were you ever fortunate enough to meet Buck O'Neil?
I was not.
I was one of the lucky ones that actually got to meet and spend time with Buck O'Neil, and I'm better for it.
Roland's been around the game. He's been in baseball since 1951. Held him down the line and right, and that's a ground rule double into the bullpen. So the Rockies here starting to make some noise second time around against Collmenter. A leadoff single by Ellis and now a double by Helton. Nobody out.
2-0 fastball, middle in. Todd Helton just explodes on it and drills it down the right field line. And now Josh Collmenter going to have to do some fancy pitching.
And the one guy who did hit him first time around in the order, the only guy who hit him, is at the plate, Tulowitzki, who hit a home run. It was his 19th of the season. Foul back to the screen. This was the home run.
He just challenged him.
It's a nice sound off the bat, isn't it? If you hit it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Unless you're the pitcher.
Yeah. So the Rockies trying to cut into this 7-1 Diamondback lead.
Diamondbacks are going to concede the run and take the out. Up 6 runs here in the 4th.
And that's what Josh needs right now, is an out after a single and a double to start the inning. Rockies now with 3 hits in the ball game. Diamondbacks with 8. You mentioned the last inning, you can't have enough runs.
That was proven last night.
Yeah. Another one into the dirt.
Nice block there by Miguel Montero.
That's a pretty impressive list right there.
That's a lot of doubles, especially for guys like Chipper Jones, Todd Helton. Those guys have a lot of home runs as well.
Into right field, shallow right, long run in for Upton. He's got it. Ellis will tag, but he won't come to the plate. Good throw to the plate by Upton, one down.
Big pitch there by Josh Collmenter to get an unproductive out off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki.
And now Seth Smith, who flied out pretty deep center his first time up. And again, a pass along congratulations. Glad we know you. A great guy, Roland Hemond. Big day tomorrow.
You're here.
Pat Gillick, Bert Blylev, and Roberto Alomar all going into the hall.
First ballot Hall of Famer for is it not for Roberto Alomar? Second.
There's a pop-up, foul back and out of play. Also going in.
As far as Bert Blyleven is concerned, I have to say it's about time. Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah, his numbers.
Writers and the Veterans Committee have been dropping the ball for years on that one.
I'm anxious to hear his speech.
It should be entertaining.
Yeah, it will definitely be entertaining. Collmenter's second and third, one out now. Smith at the plate. And that one will miss inside. Also going into the hall, Bill Conlon, Philadelphia Daily News. He receives the J.G. Taylor Spink Award. And our good friend, the Florida Marlins longtime broadcaster with the Montreal Expos. 43 years broadcasting the game, Dave Van Horn.
Oh, good.
He's receiving the Ford C. Frick Award. So big day at Cooperstown, big weekend. Big few days at Cooperstown. 2-1 now on Smith. Wigginton next. First stressful inning of the night for Collmenter. He leads 7-1. Got a big out. Tulowitzki without a run scoring. Smith's put together a good year. He's driven in 42, hitting close to 300. Yes, swing and a miss.
Oh, what a change up that time from Collmenter. Smith just sitting dead red, sitting dead fastball. And once again, Collmenter just pulls the string, and way out in front of it is Smith.
Well, 2-2, you're going to come back with the same pitch now?
I think right now he's gotten, in this inning, Ellis and Helton hit fastballs very hard. Since then, Collmenter's thinking, okay, these guys are all over my fastball right now. I may have to throw some changeups. I like the changeup again right here, to be honest with you, Greg. Went inside with the fastball. Good pitch.
Yeah, it was a good spot to put it in.
And actually very good hitting there by Smith just to fight it off and stay alive. That's a pretty well placed fastball right there.
Homer, Michigan's own Josh Collmenter.
Well, look at this guy pitch.
Yeah.
Look at this guy pitch, Josh Collmenter.
How about that? He got two really good hitters here on pop-ups. One to shallow right, one to shallow left. This one caught by Bloomquist. Tulowitzki and Smith out, 2 down.
And I'd like to see this home crowd kind of get behind Josh Collmenter here. He's already retired Tulowitzki and Smith with second and third, nobody out, and second and third, one out without getting a run. I'd love to see the home crowd get behind Josh Collmenter right here.
Here's Wigginton, who fouled out to Montero first time up.
Can you make some crowd noise for me here, Greg, or something like that? Yeah.
Just missed outside, ball one.
He ended up getting Smith with a changeup. I think right now Josh Collmenter feels like that's his best pitch, at least in this inning, in these situations.
It's 2-0. Wigginton's driven in 38 this year. Getting 250. 30 extra base hits, including 16 doubles, 13 home runs. You saw the numbers with runners in scoring position.
Well, you got a base open. You don't want to make a mistake to a very dangerous hitter. He's got 13 home runs. Wigginton's got power. He beat him with a fastball. He fouled it off. He challenged him.
2-1 the count now. Diamondbacks looking for win number 54 here tonight. They won 65 all of 2010.
Now the crowd's starting to come alive a little bit.
Ellis at third. Helton at second, 2 down here. Popped up, foul, that'll get out of play.
Well, he just went right back in there again, Greg.
Yeah, he's pitching here tonight.
He's showing me a lot of courage right here. He is showing me a lot of courage. He's one strike away from getting out of a monster jam.
Yeah, and he wants to finish it off here, too. He's second and third, nobody out. You get Tulowitzki, you get Smith. You don't want to have Wigginton now beat you with a hit. Got the sign he wants. He's ready. And a flare to center, and it's going to fall for a hit. 2 runs are going to score. And the Rockies a tad closer now at 7-3. That was a big 2 out.
And sometimes good pitches get bad results, and that was a good pitch. It was down, it was away, it was not a strike, and just give a lot of credit to Ty Wigginton. He just putting the ball in play. Man, that ball is a good foot outside and nearly in the dirt, and Wigginton just popped it out there into center field. So that's just tough luck for Josh Collmenter. That was a good pitch, a quality pitch. It just got hit.
So Ellis, who had singled, and Helton, who had doubled to start the inning, come around to score.
Just a shame after getting those 2 big outs that both runs ended up scoring anyway.
And now Spilborgh's swinging a foul back. So here come the Rockies. It's been a 2-run inning. Still not complete. Spielberg struck out swinging first time up. Josh likes to rub up that baseball, doesn't he? He'd be good before a ball game. He'll miss away. Rockies now with 4 hits, 3 of those hits in the inning. Again, this is the second time around in the order for the Colorado Rockies against Josh Collmenter. Spielberg now steps out. Brewers and the Giants are underway in San Francisco. No score, second inning tonight. Giants lead the D-backs by 4, the Rockies by 9. And the foul back to the screen. Season numbers for Collmenter. First time, not good at all. Second time, a little better. Third time, a little bit better yet.
And that's pretty typical of most pitchers. But still, third time around, only 259. That's still really, really good.
Wiggins will draw a throw and get back in on the tag by Allen. Wigginton got the big 2-out hit after both Tulowitzki and Smith had failed with runners at second and third. He blooped one to center. There goes the runner, and a tapper back to the mound. Nash has got it on to Allen for the out. That'll end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, a man left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 7-3 now. D-backs lead. Trip.
What do we got tonight?
4 Diamondbacks with more than 35 homers in a season.
I think I could probably guess those, but I
want
won't.
you to.
I know you could probably get them. You've been here longer than I have.
Parr will lead it off here. 7-3 now. Diamondbacks lead after a 2-run top of the 4th by the Rockies. Parr has been on twice with a walk and a single, scored twice.
Rockies just hanging around, aren't they?
They do that.
So it's up to the Diamondbacks to answer right back. Because it's like a prize fight, Greg. If you keep delivering haymakers, eventually you're going to knock your opponent out.
And Diamondback's been pretty good at answering this year when the other team scores.
You might not knock them out with the first one, but if you keep landing them, they'll go away.
This inning, it's Parra, Upton, and Young. If anybody gets on Montero. Diamondbacks had 5 runs in the first inning. Parra laid off. Ball 3, 3-1.
Well, he's had 2 very good at bats already. He's having another one here, Greg.
Yeah, you can see him maturing this year at that ripe old age of 23.
Yeah, people still have to remember he's the same age as Justin Upton.
He walks on base for the 3rd time. That's an area where he has really improved his game, the base on balls.
Well, you want to drive your manager crazy, go ahead and get him 2 runs. Get your pitcher 2 runs and come out and walk the leadoff man. And now it sets up murderer's row. Upton, Young, Montero.
Upton got the Diamondbacks out on top of the 1st inning. And with this hit right here, down the 3rd baseline. RBIs 49 and 50. Well, he bats. He's had 2 good at bats last time up. He flied out very deep center. Parra will draw a throw and get back in. Let's see. That's 3 walks now and 8 Diamondback hits. 11 base runners against Tamil. Working here in the 4th inning. D-backs will look at Ubaldo Jimenez tomorrow against Micah Owings, who will get the start. Matinee baseball.
Kind of looking forward to seeing what Micah's got for us tomorrow.
Jimenez has been pitching better.
He's been throwing the ball very well. Still not throwing as hard as he did last year or the years prior. But he's starting to figure things out this year after a really, really rough start.
Inside. And that's the matchup tomorrow. You can see Jimenez got that ERA down, though.
Yeah, he's starting to get it into respectability, isn't he?
6 and 8. Last year at this time, he probably had, what, 15, 16 wins? I don't think he'll be dealt, do you?
I think they're crazy if they do. Well, I mean,
they're
everybody
pulled
has
over
a price.
with a deal, yeah.
Everybody has a price.
Upton, a swing and a miss.
I mean, if you get. Yeah.
Somebody comes crazy at you.
If you get a couple of 3 great prospects, why not? But I think that young man's got not only this year, but he's got about 10 more good years left in him.
You know what a week from tomorrow is? Trade deadline.
Yeah.
The 31st of July. There's Micah. He's studying already. Homework.
He keeps a journal.
Yeah. 1-1 to Upton with the runner going. The pitch is high. The throw down and out at second base.
Oh, what a throw.
Caught stealing.
What a throw.
Right on the money. Tag made by Ellis.
I mean, a bullet right on the button. Oh, that's one of the better throws you'll see right there.
First time that Parra has been caught stealing this year. And that's a strike.
What a curveball that was.
Parra was 7 for 7 before being caught there. Upton, a ground ball, right field, base hit. You know he's locked in now.
Almost a half swing. You see Hemond. He's like, gosh, that was a good pitch. And just like Wigginton against Collmenter, sometimes good pitches get bad results for pitchers. You can just see he just swatted it the other way. Very nicely done. Boy, that caught stealing now kind of looming large.
Upton 2 for 2 tonight, so he's 9 for his last 16 at the plate. And here's Chris Young. Justin's got the batting average back over 290 at 292. Young's got a single and a run scored, and he struck out. 9 the Diamondback hits.
I don't claim to be an expert, Greg, but that journal he's studying, there's nothing on there. What the heck's Micah doing?
He's got it all memorized. Inside, just missed the corner from Hemond.
I think he's so secretive in his journal. It must be invisible ink.
Yeah.
Maxwell Smart would love Micah Owings.
He's flipping right through there.
He's sitting back there just studious as can be.
Upton at first with one out now. Young at the play with a 1-1 count. And a throw over. We're talking about Jimenez. Last year, Gracie, first 19 starts, ERA of 2.38. He had a record of 15-1.
Wow. What were his final numbers?
He won 19, right? I get the media out right here. That's a strike.
I remember the Rockies.
19-8.
The Rockies came in here last year in September, and they were right there, along with the Padres and the Giants. And the Diamondbacks swept the Colorado Rockies here.
Yeah, they did not finish 2010 like they did back in 07.
And I remember it all started with Ubaldo, who was their ace, got beat by Rodrigo Lopez. And then the Diamondbacks went on to sweep the Colorado Rockies, and that was pretty much all she wrote for the Rockies.
Young is out on strikes. Couldn't hold up. Fifth strikeout of the night for Hemond. Now a guy who's having a pretty good night, Miguel Montero.
A 2-run double in the first inning, and a 2-run homer in the second inning.
And now 12 homers, 52 RBIs on the year. 4 tonight. Well, he is a triple and a home run, or excuse me, a triple and a single shy of the cycle. And he takes a strike. Ironically, Miggy had a triple last night. And he had a single, so he's hit for the cycle in 2 games. Does that count?
Sure, we'll give it to him.
Single and a triple last night, double and a home run tonight. Thought I heard something about rain.
What?
I don't.
Outside?
Yeah, well, possibility of. I don't think we're going to get any.
Well, it's officially monsoon season, isn't it?
Yeah, we have an official season now. They actually have dates that they set. They did that a couple of years ago. Upton runs and Montero fouls it. 1-2 now the count. Upton back to first. Diamondbacks would like to get a run or two back here after the Rockies just played it to in the top of this inning. 7-3 game. Almost done that a couple times today.
What? Kind of pulling his Rafael Betancourt on us here.
Two on Montero.
That was pitch number 80 from Hemond. So there still should be another couple innings left in him.
He gave up all 7 runs in the first couple of innings, trying for his second consecutive shutout inning. It's 2-2 on Montero with Upton at first, 2 down here. And Montero down on strikes. 6 in the game for Hemond. And that's it. No runs and a hit. A man left. To the 5th we go. 7-3 D-backs. Five homers in a season.
That's
all right, Gracie.
Gonzo.
Right.
Jay Bell.
Jay had 38.
Matt Williams. No, not Matt Williams. I was going to say Mark. I would have not guessed Troy Gloss.
Troy Gloss is a sleeper in there.
I would have forgotten Troy Gloss.
37 of them. Bell had 38 and 99. Yeah, you could have guessed Finley possibly in there too.
No, I don't think Finley.
Could have.
Yeah, you could have.
I mean, you know, as a possibility. He didn't, but.
Matt Williams and Steve Finley had, I just found out, 35. Both of them had 35. That was their Diamondback high.
Well, Collmenter needs a shutdown inning here in the 5th after the Rockies got 2 and got a little closer in the 4th inning, 7-3.
Yeah, I was going to say, he probably needs a couple or 3 shutdown innings.
Well, that ball was smoked but foul. Next Sunday, Bob Brenly joins Gracie as they watch Brenly's first game as manager of the D-backs. Don't miss Mark Grace Diamondback Championship Theater presented by Fry's after the D-backs and Dodgers game, only on Fox Sports Arizona. I think that was against the Dodgers, wasn't it?
That's exactly right. That was my first game as a Diamondback as well.
Swing and a foul at the plate.
He just couldn't hang on to it. Couldn't Miguel Montero.
And I think the game ended. Tony Womack caught a ball at shortstop on a pop-up to end it, if I remember.
Matt Manti with the save.
Yeah.
It was a W.
2001. Nice way to break in as a manager, huh?
Yeah, it was
nice year.
The starter for the Dodgers that night was Eric Gagne.
Eric Gagne. There's a base hit center field. That didn't look like that was a bad of a pitch either. Down, and Alfonso went down and got it.
Well, Jason Hemond going to hit for himself. Probably be bunting for himself here.
Well, 8 hitters, second time around of the order now, Gracie, and 4 have reached base with hits. First time around, 9 batters, 1 hit. This is the 9th batter here. So a little bit more success against Collmenter, second time through. Hemond has 8 sacrifice bunts. Outside ball 1. Josh's pitch count's starting to get up there a little bit. He's over 70.
He's starting to work hard.
He's had 2 1-2-3 innings, the first and the third. He was stretched out last inning. There's a bunt, hard to first. Allen will pick it up and tag Hemond. Well, the sacrifice bunt. Time for a CenturyLink. High-speed pitch. What do you think we've got here tonight with these two?
I'm guessing. Oh, Josh reached 91, huh? I think that radar gun might have a performance-enhancing drug.
Dexter Fowler.
Think the radar gun had a PED?
A little tight air ball one. Fowler's 0 for 2. He's popped to short and he has struck out swinging. Now this is an important couple of hitters here for Collmenter. Try and keep this a 4-run lead.
That's exactly right. It's up to Josh now to start making some quality pitches in some quality locations. He's really slowed things down out there in the stretch as well.
Fly ball right field.
That'll help.
Upton's got to come in on it. He's there. And that's out number 2 in the inning.
That will certainly help. That was a big old changeup. It kind of stayed up in the zone. However, Dexter Fowler just could not stay back enough. And just an easy fly ball to right field. So a routine out there, much needed for Josh Collmenter.
And now the tough hitting Mark Ellis, who has a hit and has scored a run. Ellis struck out first at bat against Collmenter. His first ever look at the Diamondback right-hander. Next time up, single to left field. Alfonso, the catcher, is a base runner at second. 2 out in the inning. And a foul, strike 1.
Well, that was a good fastball. He just ate up Mark Ellis with that one inside.
Final 2 games of this long homestand. Tonight here, just getting to the halfway point. Tomorrow afternoon's game. Then a 9-game trip to the West Coast, San Diego, LA, San Francisco. Swing and a miss.
Another fastball, another strike.
Well, I'm glad we got a roof on this place. We can shut it because we'd be miserable in here right now with it open.
Oh my goodness.
As hot as it is.
Well, it's hot everywhere.
Yeah,
boy,
it really
those people
is.
Back east are just taking a beating.
I was watching a little bit of the Philly. I think they said it was 100 a day in Philadelphia.
I think even higher than that.
Outside. It should be a little cooler in San Diego, maybe San Francisco for us.
That we'll be looking forward to.
And hopefully a lot of good Diamondbacks baseball. Ellis hits one foul. The Padres lost today. They were beaten by the Phillies 8-6. Their record with that loss, 44-57. A year ago at this time, the exact amount of games, they were 2.5 games in front with a record of 60-41. They were 19 games over 500. So they are 16 games below what they were last year, while the Diamondbacks are 16 games better than what they were last year. Ellis takes one into the dirt, and another nice block by Montero. That ball gets away. Alfonso, the catcher, gets to third. Again, if Ellis should single to left field with Parr out there, there's no guarantee Alfonso is going to be sent home number 1 or could score. So it was important to keep that runner at second with 2 down.
You want Todd Helton to lead off the next inning. You do not want Todd Helton up with a couple of guys on base in this inning. So it's imperative that Josh Collmenter make a pitch right here and retire Mark Ellis and get his team back in the dugout with some momentum.
Fly ball left field. There's Parr.
He made a pitch, a really good one.
He got Fowler. He got Ellis on fly balls. After the sacrifice pushed the runner to second. We stay 7-3 through 4.5. Diamondbacks and the recent sight of the 2011 All-Star Game. Back indoors, Greg Schulte sitting in for Darren Sutton this weekend along with Mark Grace. And the D-backs lead the Rockies 7-3. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Ryan Roberts leads off, takes one inside. Roberts is walked, grounded out. Roberts and Ransom are the only two Diamondbacks without a hit in the starting lineup. Ground ball down to third. This one Wigginton gets to. Throws him out at first, one away.
Well, that was just a terrific play by Wigginton. That saved extra bases down the line. And Ryan Roberts gets robbed.
Wigginton's played all over in his big league career.
The in-between hop, the sprawling save, nicely done.
Who's the best defensive third baseman you saw during your playing career?
Matt Williams. And a lot of people will probably say Ken Caminiti. Ken Caminiti was more spectacular than Matt Williams, but Matt Williams, for my money, was a steadier, more dependable third baseman than Ken Caminiti.
And always an accurate throw.
Absolutely.
Matty.
What about you?
I like Matty. The way he played third base. He could pick it over there. He made all the plays. Very accurate throw. Very rarely would throw one away. And if it was some kind of a dandy defensive play he had made to even get to the ball. Matty, collegiately at UNLV, was a shortstop. In fact, he was with a shortstop in the Giants organization, came up that way. Two on Allen, who's got a hit. 1 for 2 on the night.
What about prior to my era? Who was the best third baseman you ever saw?
Well, Brooks was pretty darn good.
See, he was a little before my time. I don't really remember much about Brooks, other than the highlights I've seen.
That's broken bat pop up to the second baseman Ellis. 2 quick outs. Cody Ransom home playing baseball for his hometown team, the Diamondbacks.
I wanted a chance to play at home and, with my family around and let the kids grow up at home and not in some apartment somewhere around the country. But the last 3 days have been great, going home to my own house at night and, people coming out of the woodworks that I haven't seen in years, but it's good to see them again, and it's a lot of fun.
I would think that would mean so much to a player.
Heck yeah.
Let's go to Brad for more on Cody Ransom.
Well, Cody was telling me earlier today in 1998 when the D-backs started, he was a senior at Grand Canyon University, and he really was hoping the D-backs would draft him, but instead he was drafted by the Giants. But after a long journey, he's here, and he said, playing here at Chase Field, finally a dream come true for him.
Well, better late than never, right?
Exactly.
Doggone right. He's here. And I would imagine he's going to be depended on in the absence of Stephen Drew. He's going to get some looks, along with Jeff Blum on the left side of the infield.
Hamill will get him looking here, and Hamill's got the strikeout pitch going tonight. 7 in 5 innings. Diamondbacks turned away for a third consecutive inning, but they still lead at 7-3. Early, they struck Upton. First inning, 5 runs, 2-run double here by Upton down the line. And then a 2-run double, opposite field by Miguel Montero. Collmenter drove in a run in that 5-run first. Tulowitzki a solo home run to get the Rockies on the board in the second. But Montero hit his 12th of the year, took over the team lead with his 4th RBI of the ballgame, a 2-run shot. And then Wigginton, with 2 outs and runners at second and third, looped a single to center in the 4th inning. And that's the last scoring we've had. We go to the 6-7-3 D-backs on top. And back to work goes Josh Collmenter, Helton, Tulowitzki, and Smith. Helton's got a double, a run scored. 1 for 2. Strike 1. Josh's 81st pitch of the night. Oh,
good
look at that
curveball.
Wow.
0-2 to Helton. He's throwing him a changeup for strike 1, and then a curveball for strike 2. And that's a good 0-2 pitch right there, Greg.
Yep.
Go ahead and throw him another curveball. See if you can get him to chase it out of the zone.
Someone other than Helton might have.
Just missed the outside corner. 2-2.
Look out, folks. That one ricochets into the seats in a hurry.
Helton's got the ability to do that. That's all he was trying to do, was foul that ball off. Hopefully everybody's okay. Looks like everybody is.
Helton last year at the All-Star break was hitting .246 with 12 extra base hits. This year at the break, .321, 27 extra base hits. Had an on-base percentage of .400 compared to .336 a year ago. .323 average as he's at the plate here, and he takes ball 3. Ryan Braun is back in the lineup tonight for Milwaukee. And he has just touched them all. Against Ryan Vogelsong, 1-0 Brewers. Didn't play last night. They didn't need him in a win, but boy, we saw Ryan Braun is a tremendous player.
He is some kind of hitter, isn't he?
Elton on the ground to first. Allen to field.
Oh, what a good pitch. A change up on 3-2 to get Helton to lead off the 6th. He's showing me some guts tonight, is Josh Collmenter. That's a beautiful change up. Out in front of it is Helton, an easy out to Brandon Allen at first base. When you're protecting leads, folks, it's always important to get that lead off man, especially a tough out like Todd Helton.
There you see that Brewers score, 4th inning. Well, if things would end like they are right now, the Diamondbacks could gain in the West tonight. Tulowitzki, a home run and a fly to right.
Change up for strike 1.
Collmenter's thrown 59 strikes, 29 balls in this game. Oh.
That's exactly how he started. Todd Helton. Change up strike 1. Curveball strike 2. And all Tulowitzki can do is just walk away on that one. Like, my goodness. What is this guy doing to me out here? And you can see that got the knees, and he knew it. Golly.
Ball 2 strikes. On the All-Star. You know, the average not where I'm sure Tulowitzki would want it, but you look at those numbers up there. 19 homers, 67 runs batted in, 24 doubles.
The RBIs is what's so impressive.
Base hit up the middle.
Hung a breaking ball.
Yep. Second hit of the night for Tulowitzki. For the Rockies, there's 6 of the game.
Yeah, this time he just leaves a breaking ball right there at the belt, and it just, your eyes light up when you see those breaking balls up like that, and you're actually pretty fortunate when it stays in the ballpark.
Now Seth Smith at the plate. He is fly to center, popped to short. Lance Bergman hit another one tonight. He leads the National League. He hit number 27 for the Cardinals. There's a fly ball to center for Young. Started back, now comes in, makes a catch. Out number 2. Gracie, if I were to tell you after 100 games that Lance Bergman would lead the National League in home runs after the year he had last year, would you believe that?
Yeah, I would have said you need to be in a straitjacket. And good for him.
Yeah.
He's one of the really good guys in the game, and he even said he had to take his off-season workouts a little more seriously. Let himself get out of shape, and I think he realized, you know what, I don't want to bounce around the rest of my career to team after team and try to be a hired gun. I want to play somewhere and play well, and boy, has he done that.
We get to the foul back just below our broadcast location, strike 1.
Celebrate the 2001 World Championship with a reunion weekend presented by Gila River Casinos. We'll kick it off on Friday, September 9th. With Throwback Jersey Night. And on Saturday, September 10th, 25,000 fans will get the 2001 World Championship replica ring, courtesy of Chase. Get tickets and all the information about the reunion weekend at dbacks.com/reunion.
Only one night of the throwback jersey, huh? Not the whole weekend, just the one, I guess, huh?
Which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
There it is. Mitch, you can't sneak anything past Mitch Riggin. He'll find you.
I still got a lot of purple in my closet collected over the years.
A lot of wins in that color.
Yeah. Some more. 0-2 the count on Wigginton, who's driven into, and he hits this one sharply, but right at Roberts, nice play. He throws him out. Runs a hit, man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-3 D-backs. Southwest Airlines new Rapid Rewards, unlimited rewards seats, no blackout dates. And by CenturyLink, Quest becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com. We're told that's up at Sunset Crater. Boy, there's so many things to see in this great state of ours.
You got that right. And I've only seen maybe 10% of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, but I haven't seen as much as I still want to see. Here's Collmenter to lead it off. Hamill's still out there. He's really done a nice job for the Rockies in the sense that he's been able to give them some length.
I couldn't agree more, Greg. Much respect for Jason Hemond and what he's done out there tonight.
And Josh Collmenter's got his second hit of the ball game. I love the reaction by Alfonso, the catcher, after that ball got through.
I missed it. One of those doggone it's. Just a little chopper up the middle.
Just out of the reach of Tulowitzki. Alfonso was moving down the first baseline. He had the mask off and just kind of threw his head up in the air as if to say, I can't believe that. And here's Willie Bloomquist. For the Diamondbacks, their 10th hit of the night off Hamill. And the Rockies will get the bullpen going now. They've got a left-hander loosening. Blue Willie fouls it back. Well, Willie, the last couple of times up, has struck out. But the hit he got really ignited this ball club in the bottom of the first inning. He singled. And the Diamondbacks went on to score 5 in that first inning. And that's how you like to do it. If you get your hit, make it count in a big inning. And Willie did exactly that. A little floater to right. That's going to fall for a hit. Collmenter, ground in second, will be held up there. Lundqvist's second hit.
Just go ahead and stay at second there,
yep.
Josh Collmenter. Conserve your energy. We saw it last night with Daniel Hudson. He ran out of gas after scoring on a triple from Willie Bloomquist. I think that's Willie's decided he's just going to tire out the pitchers.
I'll tell you this much.
Base hits with him on base.
About Collmenter, he knew that ball was a hit. And he was running hard to second. But he then picked up his third base coach.
And Matt Williams smartly pulled him up.
So back-to-back hits here now for Parra.
Willie Bloomquist now about to go over 280 for the season. Sitting on 279 right now. He's starting to get hot. He needs to get hot.
Eric Stoltz is in the pen. Yeah. And with the loss of Drew, the other guys are all going to have to pick it up as a unit. Is Parra bunnied here? Nope. Fouls it back, strike one.
And he's walked a couple of times and singled.
He's had 3 good at-bats. He's hitting 287, Grace. He's closing in on 290. Parra's 76 hits on the year. Only 24 runs batted in, but again, he's been batting in the 8th spot most of the season. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Hamill. 0-2. Upton's on deck. Well, if they weren't getting Stoltz the lefty ready for Parra, they're obviously getting him ready for Montero. He's a few batters away yet, if they get there. Collmenter and Bloomquist have opened this inning with singles. 11 Diamondback hits in the game. High and outside. Atlanta was beaten by Cincinnati tonight, so they're going to drop a game in the standings to Philadelphia, beat the Padres. Atlanta 5 back, but 17 games over 500.
Yeah, they look to be pretty much a lock.
Wild card.
For the wild card or a
division.
championship, yeah. Both Philly and Atlanta.
Parra line drive, base hit left field. They're going to try and score Collmenter. Here comes the throw. He is out at the plate.
Oh, no. What happened there?
From
slowed down.
Spilborghs to Alfonso.
I guess Justin Upton must have been telling him to stand up. But stand up doesn't mean slow down.
Yeah.
Stand up just means go ahead and don't slide. Now this is Josh Coleman. Maddie's sending him, and rightfully so, but then watch. Josh slows down. And he gets, well, it looked like he got there before the tag, to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, you can't tell there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad call. But still,
yeah.
Justin Upton's telling him to stand up, but telling him to stand up doesn't mean slow down. It just means come all the way across.
Similar situation last night, but Hudson was safe at the plate on the triple by Bloomquist, remember?
That's exactly right.
Down.
And only because the throw got away.
Yeah.
But honestly, Darrell Cousins wasn't in the right position to see the tag there. He was safe.
The Diamondbacks lose a runner at the plate. They have first and second, one out for Upton now.
And he was safe, but it just looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked bad, so it just looked like because he slowed down and the tag came late. Now watch, Darrell Cousins, he can't really see the tag.
He's behind.
He's behind the catcher.
And there was not a tag.
And that's kind of the view you have.
Yeah.
You don't, being right there, he wasn't in position, but and Justin Upton was telling him to stand up. But like I said, just because you tell a runner to stand up doesn't mean slow down. It means just get through the bag.
So the Diamondbacks lose a runner at the plate. And now Upton hits one on the ground to short. Let's see if they can get two. They'll get the out at second. They do not get the runner at first as Parra went in very hard at second and took out Ellis. 6-4 in the putout.
As you said, Parra going in hard.
Clean play.
Boy, this inning could look at it. Boy, this could be a disaster. And a lesson learned for all base runners. Now, Justin's telling him to stand up, but Collmenter slows down. You can see the tag comes clearly after he's on the plate, but Darrell Cousins is not in position to see that. But it just looked bad because Josh slowed down.
Well, it's going to take something from Young here with 2 men out if the Diamondbacks are to score this inning. There's the fake first to third. The Diamondbacks have 3 hits, first 4 batters up in the inning, but they have 2 out and they have not scored. Young spins away from a ball inside on him.
And these are these things that Gibby was talking about. Just some mental mistakes. And certainly after you saw Stephen Drew have that awful injury at home plate sliding, you don't want your pitchers to slide if you can help it. But all you young players out there, just because your guy's telling you to stand up, it doesn't mean just slow down.
Young is 1 for 3 in the ball game with a pair of strikeouts and a run scored. Fastball missed inside. Montero in the on deck circle. He's had a big night. 2-run double, 2-run homer, 4 RBIs if they get to him. Young sitting good here, Gracie, on a 2-0 hitters count. Three and 0. Young sitting 3-0. Diamondbacks' last couple of ball games got some big 3-0 hits, including a home run the other night by Upton. 3-1.
Boy, low strike there.
Diamondbacks trying to even this series, send it to the rubber game tomorrow with Micah Owens going against Ubaldo Jimenez. 110 game. They lead by 4 here. Trying to add to that lead with 2 on and 2 out. Bottom of the 6th inning against Jason Hemond. Outside, they're loaded for Montero, and I would guess this is probably it.
Yeah, that's got to be it, I would imagine it. You know what? A very gutsy effort, though, by Jason Hemond.
Rockies have had the left-hander in the bullpen. Looks like Jim Tracy's going to make a double switch. Helton is leaving. Wigginton will take over at first. Stewart will go to third. And we'll get a new pitcher coming in for Montero. Boy, he could really have a night, couldn't he? Already 4 RBIs. Nelson Cruz had 8 last night for Texas. We'll take a break. We'll see what happens when we come back here at Chase. 7-3. Diamondbacks on top.
This is Daniel Hudson. Watch him slow down because he's being told to stand up. Well, it almost got him burned. He scored tonight. This is Josh Collmenter. He's being told to stand up. Watch, he slows down. And even though he was safe, he was called out because it just looked bad. And Josh Collmenter ended up being called out. So, once again, I'm going to say it for about the 20th time. When you are told as a base runner, when you're told at the plate to stand up, it doesn't mean slow down and just cruise. It means go all the way through.
Our Verizon call to the bullpen, Eric Stoltz, the lefty, making his 6th appearance. Ian Stewart at third. He came into the double switch, and Wigginton moved from third over to first, replacing Helton, who is now out of the ball game. And here's Montero's already had a big night. Well, Helton is still in the ball game, so Wigginton left, huh? Helton just went into the dugout. So that was the only change. Stewart came in and Wigginton left. Miggy could really have a big game here, couldn't he?
Well, they're looking. How about a little ground ball to the center fielder? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Or even a bases loaded walk wouldn't be half bad.
I'd get him a 5th RBI of the night. Base runners for the D-backs here.
Well, he should look for one pitch in one spot, a fastball in the middle of the plate, and if he gets it, come unglued. Good discipline right there. Ball 3.
Yeah, you know, in this situation, he knows what kind of a night he's already had.
Well, sure, but he's laid off 3 close pitches to get to a 3-0 count. And now the crowd's starting to make some noise. This is good to hear. This is good to hear. Way to go, folks.
He took a strike. Montero's career high in RBIs is 5. Trying to match that or surpass that with this at bat. Base is full of D-backs here.
Same thing now. If you get a fastball to your liking, go ahead and come unglued.
He walks.
That's a great at-bat. That is a great at-bat by Miguel Montero. And the Diamondbacks end up scoring in this inning, and that's big.
A 5 RBI night for Miggy, 53 on the year. And they're still loaded now. And he ties his career high. Roberts now with a chance to add to this 8-3 lead. That run was charged to Hemond. Roberts is 0 for 2 with a walk in the game. We've seen a lot of bases loaded walks this year by both the Diamondbacks and their opponent. There's strike one.
It's a change up for strike one. I remember seeing an awful lot last year.
Last year,
it had
off the
been
charts.
A record-breaking year.
Yeah, we saw it balk off.
Yeah.
Roberts in the hole, 0-2. Full of Diamondbacks on the bases. Lundqvist has scored in the inning. Upton, Young, Montero, the base runners here. With 2 men out, a run in. 0-2 on Ryan Roberts. And a foul back. Boy, he had a good cut in.
He did have a good rip at a fastball about bell tie.
Ryan usually doesn't get cheated too often.
He's not a big man or an imposing guy, but you're right. He doesn't get cheated. He lets it rip.
28 extra base hits, including 13 home runs, 40 driven in. Inside and low. Roberts looking for a 2-out knock here. He's the 7th man to bat in this inning. Bases loaded, 2 down, a run in. Popped it up behind the plate. Out of play. Washington scored early and often against Ted Lilly. 3-0. There's still a bat in the first inning in LA tonight. It's been a bad year for the Dodgers.
Well, it's almost if Clayton Kershaw doesn't pitch, they don't win.
Roberts, a broken bat bleeder, and Tulowitzki's got it. And that will retire the side. Diamondbacks get a run to lead 3. Now left 7 in the 9th, but heading to the 7th, they're on top 8-3. Don't you love to see the little kids having fun at the ballpark?
I love it. And little kids are going to be going back to school here shortly, so come on out and enjoy it while you can, rascals.
Big swing and a miss here by Spilborghs from Collmenter is working into the 7th inning. Josh up over 90 pitches. He's number 96. Uh-oh. A little tear. You mentioned school. He heard you, Grayson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, young man.
I don't want to go back to school. Actually, I like some of that ice cream. Please?
What a cute kid. Oh, Mom.
Wow.
That one just missed.
Yeah, just a bit outside. Spilborghs out of play. A little guy up cheering, and then, oh, no.
My first D-backs game. I like that.
We're starting to see a lot of those signs here. You know, that fly ball right center. Upton on the run out there, and he's got it. Nice run and catch by Upton to take an extra base hit away from Spilborghs.
Well, one thing about the Diamondback outfield, yeah, there's mistakes made out there once in a while, but I don't know if you're going to find 3 better athletes as far as speed, arm. I mean, these guys can go get them, and Justin Upton reaches up and takes away extra bases from Ryan Spilborghs. That's a terrific play by Justin Upton.
Heck of a play right there. Josh Collmenter point. Here's Alfonso. Stewart is on deck. Josh in line for a 6th win of the season. If the Diamondbacks can hang on to this 8-3 lead tonight. Behind the plate and behind the screen.
The D-backs Grand Slam giveaway pack includes tickets to the biggest giveaway games, plus 3 guaranteed bobbleheads and the World Championship replica ring. Each pack also comes with a $10 gift card to Circle K. Call 602-462-4786 or visit dbacks.com/Grand Slam. Oh, he is not happy.
No. Into center field for Young.
Josh Collmenter finishing strong, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Got touched up in the 4th inning for a couple of runs, and all of a sudden you could feel that momentum starting to swing towards the Colorado dugout, but he has come out now and put a goose egg in the 5th, a goose egg in the 6th, and the 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
Josh had a stretch of 3 games over 4 starts in which he was hit around pretty good. 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 innings. 10 hits, 6 runs, 6 innings. 5 runs, 7 hits, 4 2/3 innings. But he's bounced back a couple of shutout games against Milwaukee. And trying to get through 7 here tonight, allowing 3 runs.
He's facing Ian Stewart now, pinch hitting.
He went into the double switch.
I'm sorry about that. Nah, it's almost pinch hitting.
Yeah, you see somebody else in that pitcher spot.
Jim Tracy fooling me by doing a double switch, and you didn't even tell me.
Well, they fooled me when Helton went to the dugout. I thought he had left on the double switch, and Wigginton was moving over. Josh's pitch count, he's gone over 100 pitches. He's thrown 72 strikes, 33 balls.
And what I like to see is his last game and now this game going deeper into the game. 8 innings his last start. Now trying to get through 7 here. Oh, what a changeup. Hello, Mr. Stewart. My name's Josh Collmenter, and this is my changeup.
Stewart is really an enigma for the Rockies. 92 at bats, 1 run batted in all year. Fouls that one back.
I've always kind of liked Ian Stewart. You know, he's just having a miserable season.
And this might be one of those situations where
a change
new
of scenery.
address.
Yeah, change of scenery might do him good.
He drove in 70 runs in 09. He had 61 RBIs last year. He had 256 last season, 99 hits, 18 homers, 25 home runs in 09. Off speed in the air to left field. Parr's coming in. Bloomquist out. Parr's there.
Very impressive, Josh Collmenter again.
And how about his inning? Fly ball to right, fly ball to center, fly ball to left. 1, 2, 3. Third time tonight for the Rockies. Stretch time here at Chase. D-backs lead.
Live presented by CenturyLink, our post-game show. Jody Jackson alongside Joe Borowski. Joe, before the game, we talked about a better effort from the Diamondbacks. Much more crisp play. They've certainly done that tonight, haven't they?
I'll definitely break down Collmenter's outing against Colorado Rockies. But let's put a smile on Gracie's face. Let's talk offense.
Well, we are pitching heavy sometimes out here, but look at you. Who says you're ornery? Trying to spread cheer up to the booth?
Absolutely.
We like offense as well. We'll see you guys after the game.
All right. Thank you, and we indeed
I
will
like
see
that.
you.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Joe Bo.
We go to the bottom of the 7th, 8-3 D-backs.
It's going to be tough not to talk about Josh Collmenter tonight, though. Once again, just a big effort when they really needed him.
Josh going through 7 and 109 pitches is his high on the year. Brandon Allen takes strike one. Allen tonight a hit, 1 for 3. And Brandon fouls one back. Diamondbacks a dozen hits, 8 runs tonight. They received 5 walks in the ball game, including a bases loaded walk. Big night for Miguel Montero. He's driven in 5 with a 2-run double, 2-run homer, and a bases loaded walk. Allen gets out of the way.
That one just missed him.
We had a day game tomorrow, a little after 1. First pitch, 1:10. Micah Owings against Ubaldo Jimenez. Ground ball to second to Ellis. Goes to Hilton for the out, 1 away. Cody Ransom 0 for 3 in his first start as a Diamondback, coming up from Reno. Ransom first time up. Flied to the wall and straightaway center. He's also flied to left and struck out.
Now, Cody, go ahead and get that first big league base hit of the season here.
He'll take a strike. Xavier Nady has moved out on deck to bat next for Collmenter. Josh probably pleading with Gibby. Hey, I got 2 hits tonight. Let me at least bat. Well, the last few years, the Diamondbacks pitchers have really helped themselves with the bat, haven't they?
In an amazing way. There's gone are the days of
The easy out.
Doug Davis.
Yeah.
Brandon Webb. Trying to think of some other poor hitting pitchers the Diamondbacks had here. They were good pitchers. They just could not hit. Randy Johnson.
Who homered off
Schilling.
Doug Davis.
Yeah, Kurt Schilling. They were lousy hitters.
Kurt Schilling. I've told this story. The Diamondbacks acquired Schilling in 1999. Made the trade. We were in St. Louis. Schilling hooked up with us the next night in Florida and got the start. And in his first at bat, he doubled off the wall at, I don't know what the stadium was called that time.
It's
Pro Player or whatever.
Every year, right.
And then took his lead and they picked him off. He wasn't used to being on the base.
Got a little excited out there, didn't he?
Yeah. That's fouled. I tell you what, though, when Johnson and Schilling were dealing for those few years together, how fun was that playing behind them? And watching them.
There was times you could just put your glove on your head. They just weren't going to hit it. It was just going to be a strikeout, and you just knew it.
Ransom, a dribbler down to third. That's going to go foul. And the competitive nature of both. If Johnson pitched a 2-hitter, Schilling wanted to come out and throw a 1-hitter.
Yeah, and if Schilling struck out 12, then Randy wanted to strike out 15.
Yeah.
And it was
fun to watch.
It was an amazing, friendly rivalry.
Now you got two youngins.
Mm-hmm.
And Kennedy seated with the red beard and the bubble man there. Daniel Hudson just starting their careers. They've combined for 21 wins here in 2011. And a swing and a foul into the mitt of the catcher. 0 for 4 is Cody Ransom, 2 up, 2 down. So Collmenter's night is officially over now as Nady's announced as a pinch hitter.
Josh did himself awfully proud tonight. Other than that play at the plate. But pitching-wise, he was terrific. He got a couple
and in his defense, he was safe.
Yeah, but he got a couple of base hits. Drove in a run. Just an all-around terrific game.
7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. Did not walk a man. And struck out 4. Maybe fouls one back. That's going to get out of play. So the Diamondbacks will turn it over to the bullpen. Final 2 innings. Collmenter with the cap off between Joe Saunders on the left and Ian Kennedy. Collmenter's last 3 starts, Gracie, 21 innings, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 164 batting average against, and an ERA 1.29. Pretty good pitching.
Yeah.
Foul by Nady.
Well, after a bad lethargic loss last night here, they really needed Josh Collmenter to take the bull by the horns, and boy, did he ever.
Nady takes it low, and after a 1-2-3 Colorado first inning, the Diamondbacks jumped all over Jason Hamill, sending 10 to the plate in a 5-run first inning. They lead it 8-3 here with 2 outs here in the 7th. Nady, shot into right center, and Fowler won't get it, and it bounces into the pool for that old ground pool double.
Was Xavier Nady put a charge into that off-speed pitch, whatever it was. Looked like a little breaking ball, maybe a changeup, but he just stays back on it nicely. And he goes down and gets it, man.
Yeah, we've seen some hitters go down after balls tonight.
Got that lady on a hop.
For Nady, his 5th pinch hit, his 11th double. And that gets Willie Bloomquist to the plate for the 5th time tonight. Willie's 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 runs scored.
And they're going to walk him.
And take their chances with Parr, the lefty, next. Parr's working on a perfect night, isn't he? Well, last night it was 1-2 for the Rockies, Fowler and Ellis. Tonight Bloomquist reaching for the third time. Parr's already been on base 4 times. They have scored a total of 4 runs between them. So they've set the table tonight. Bloomquist and Parr for the D-backs in the 1-2 spots.
Well, if you're Justin Upton, Chris Young, Miguel Montero, and every time you come to the plate, there's a couple of fellas standing out there for you to drive in, man, that just makes it a lot more fun to get in the batter's box.
That's for sure. The Diamondbacks now with 6 walks tonight to go along with 13 hits. It's 19 base runners. And that's showing you some offense finally.
That's exactly right. Kirk Gibson's been wanting this.
And the D-backs have been needing this. Well, here's Parr with 2 on and 2 out. Parr takes a strike. Parr tonight, his night's gone. Walk first inning scored. Single scored second inning. Walk stranded, or actually caught stealing in the 4th inning, and then singled in the 6th inning. Facing the left-hander here now. 2 on 2 out. Oh, that got him.
Oh, that got him.
And he's down at the plate. It didn't sound good.
The wrist area, yeah, boy. Unfortunately, Diamondbacks are dropping like flies. Golly.
Ken Crenshaw.
Well, he's putting weight on it. He put weight on it. That's good. Let's see. You know, there's so many small bones in your hand and your wrist. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's where it hurts. And they tell you to squeeze my finger, and it really hurts. And they're going to take the glove off. He turns towards the ball, unfortunately, and yeah,
right into it.
I think that might have been a changeup. Let's see what part of the, yeah, just in the bone area of the arm, the wrist.
Well, he's going to go down to first. You can hear the crowd. Boy, that's not bat sound. You hear that? That's scary.
That didn't sound like flesh, did it? Well, Justin Upton has a chance to make Mr. Stoltz pay for hitting his teammate. He's going to hit with the bases loaded here. And a chance to just put this thing away.
It started with 2 outs. The pitch doubled by Nady. Intentional walk, hit batter. Upton at the plate. There it goes! Tremendous grand slam for Upton. Boy, I guess he did make him pay. Second career grand slam for Upton. He passes Montero now in RBIs tonight with 6. It's 12-3 Diamondbacks, and with that home run, Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association.
Well, if there's anybody that consistently hits the ball as far as Justin Upton when he does homer, and he just peppers upper decks. Go ahead and give him a curtain call.
Yeah,
go ahead and give him a curtain call.
Think of the same thing.
Go ahead and give him a curtain call, folks. Oh, don't sit down. Oh, we sat down.
Here's Young now. He'll take a ball. Again, all this with 2 men out. Double. Intentional walk. Hit batter. Grand slam. Diamondbacks' second homer of the night. Swing and a miss by C.Y. Upton now, Gracie, in his last 5 games has gone 10 for 19.
Just a slider that just gets killed. Way out of here down the left field line.
Or Chaz Roberts' cool play. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So 6 RBIs, a career high, tied for Justin Upton. He had 6 back in 09 at Florida. But his last 5 games now, he's gone 10 for 19, including a 3-hit game tonight. 3 doubles, 2 homers. And that's coming off that 0 for 19. Oh, he is hot. Had a good time. 3-2 count now on Young. And those RBIs starting to go up.
He tends to get them in bunches. Yeah. 6 in a night, that's a bunch.
Yeah.
Montero with 5.
And Young walks. So 11 runs driven in tonight by the 3 and 5 hitters. And Montero now comes to the plate with 5 RBIs. Well, we've talked about Upton and the distance in his home runs. He leads Major League Baseball. Longest average home run distance, 414 feet. The surprise on there to me is Torrey Hunter at number 2 at 410. Montero takes a strike call. And that was not including that just hit grand slam by J.L. Montero takes it high. Miggy tonight, 2-run double, 2-run homer, strikeout, bases loaded walk. He's driven in 5. I tell you, you have to look back maybe a little ways to see the last time a couple of players, each teammates, had that many RBIs together. 6 and 5. Nelson Cruz, we mentioned last night, had 8 for Texas. Now Miggy's sitting big here. 3-1 to count to him. Justin likes to blow those bubbles, doesn't he?
He's working that gum. Those are probably the strongest jaws in baseball.
Montero down to first, and a nice Mark Gray scoop by Todd Helton for the out. And that'll retire the side. Justin Upton made him pay. They hit par to load him up. He hit a grand slam. And the Diamondbacks now with a 12-3 lead. 12 in his career. has given the Diamondbacks a 12-3 lead now. He's driven in 6 tonight. And on to pitch for the Diamondbacks is the left-hander Alberto Castillo. He's been a busy man since coming up.
He's been a very successful man since coming up. He's thrown the ball very well. Already working on his 11th appearance.
Nady, who started that 2-out rally with a pinch hit double, stays in left field for Parra, and I'm sure that's a precaution. Parra was hit, looked like the wrist area, just above by a pitch, went down, but stayed in the ball game, and now he's replaced in the outfield by Nady. I want to know the count here on Fowler, who's batting right-handed. 2-0. So the Diamondbacks have broken out here tonight. 12 runs, 14 hits. And we haven't had that to say in quite a while. 3-0.
And Alberto Castillo, he's just come on, throw the ball over the plate. There you go, Alberto.
Last time the Diamondbacks scored this many runs, Gracie, was at Florida on June 13th in a 12-9 win over the Marlins. He walks the leadoff man. That's not going to make your manager too happy.
Or your pitching coach. Or the broadcasters.
That's the first walk of the night given up by a Diamondback pitcher. And now we're going to get Eric Young
Jr.
Yep. EY Jr. He bats for Mark Ellis. Young drew a walk last night in the 8th inning, which led to a couple of runs. At the time, the score was 5-4 Diamondbacks. It then went to 5-4 Rockies. It then went 7-4.
Alberto Castillo can't find home plate right now, so Montero's going to go out there and
tell him it's the same place it was the last time you pitched.
Yeah, tell him something in Spanish. Hey, right to my mitt.
Ground ball to short. That's hit hard enough. They're going to get 2. Well, that won't happen too often, but it has to be a hard hit ball like that, which Young hit to the shortstop Bloomquist, and he turns a 6-3 double play.
And he wisely just kept it to himself and took it himself. As you said, a sharply hit ground ball right to Bloomquist. Take it yourself and make the play. Nicely done there by Willie Bloomquist.
And now Chris Iannetta is going to hit here for Helton. Foul play. I don't know if we'll see. We might see Helton tomorrow. We might not. Night game followed by the day game. We might see Giambi.
I would be shocked if we didn't see Todd Helton tomorrow. Because even though this was an earlier start, it's starting to get deeper into the night.
Yep. Iannetta, a 219 average, but a 370 on base percentage. He's walked 55 times this year. Fastball away. There's Jason.
Getting a little grayer. Having a nice year, though.
I wonder if he might be the target of a team or two at the trade deadline. There's a shot to center. Young's going to have to play it off the wall out there. And Iannetta's got a two-out pinch hit double.
Fastball in the middle of the plate. Iannetta just drills it past Chris Young in center field. He beats him on the fly. And Jim Tracy's going to continue to empty his bench here.
Yeah, third straight pinch hitter. This Jonathan Herrera. Infielder. He'll bat from the right side of the plate. And a strike from Castillo. Herrera, like Young, a switch hitter. Rockies have a few on their team, 3 to be exact. There's a fly ball to right for Upton. Side retired. No runs, 1 hit. Man left on base. To the bottom of the 8th. All Diamondbacks tonight. All-Stars. How about this? Upton and Montero combining for 11 RBIs tonight. Most by 2 teammates in baseball this season. Upton with 6. Montero with 5. Both have homered. Upton a grand slam. He could get him. Well, the Rockies, their 3 pinch hitters stay in the ball game. Fouled back here by Nady. That'll get out of play. Strike 1. Stoltz stays in there. But there is Herrera at short for Tulowitzki. Young at second for Ellis. And Iannetta over at first base for Helton. Here's a foul play. Grace, could you get through with 1 glove, 1 first baseman over the course of a season?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It lasts for maybe a few years?
My whole thing was I would use 1 glove at the start of spring training. I'd break it in. Now, over the course of the season, you have to restring it a little bit or restring the pocket. But I would use it all season long. At the end of the year, I would just give it to some fan. Whoever was right there,
stayed good.
Yeah, whoever was right there above the dugout or whatever got it.
Padding stayed good.
Sean Dunston broke them in quick.
Yeah, I bet he did. The gold ones are a little harder to loosen in, right? Loosen up.
Yeah.
Take that out there, right?
Believe it or not, the gold gloves are actually leather. They're just painted gold. Yeah. It's they're not. They sit in a trophy thing, but they're actually. Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, I was just saying. Why don't you bring one in tomorrow?
I will bring. I promise you, I'll bring it in tomorrow. We'll check it out.
Ground ball down to third here. Stewart throws out Roberts and one away. Roberts tonight 0 for 4, but he has walked in the game. Here's Brandon Allen. 1 through 5 has done the bulk of the damage for the Diamondbacks tonight. And Collmenter, the number 9 spot, a couple of hits, sacrifice bunt, the run batted in. But Bloomquist, Parra, Upton, Young, and Montero, 1 through 5 in the order. They really caused the Rockies some pains here tonight. Allen a foul back. Bloomquist, leadoff spot, 2 singles, a walk, 3 runs scored. Parra on base all 5 times he went to the plate. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 2 singles, 3 runs scored. We've already talked about Upton. Double, single, grand slam, 6 RBIs. Young, 2 walks and a single and a run scored. And then Montero with the 2-run homer, 2-run double, bases loaded walk.
It's
Getting it
very
done.
impressive. The top of the order and the middle of the order just getting it done. It's very strange because 6 hitless in Ryan Roberts. Allen now 1 for 5 after striking out.
Ransom trying to get a hit.
Ransom still peeking in the candy store, 0 for 4, getting his 5th at bat.
Ransom 0 for 4. In his Diamondback debut here tonight, he started at third. According to my book, too, he's only had the 1 play down at third base, a pop foul in the first inning off the bat of Helton. Let's take a look at our Kia text poll here tonight. Biggest surprise? Yeah, they're kind of agreeing with us, Gracie. Collmenter and then Hernandez, Bloomquist, Roberts.
Good question tonight.
I liked it. Oh, 2 on Cody. Collmenter, there's Bloomquist. He's a couple of batters away yet. But if he gets up to the plate, it would be a 6 plate appearance. Now, plate appearance and an at-bat are different. Plate appearance is every time you go up to the plate and you include walks, hit by pitches, whatever. An at-bat does not include a walk or a hit by pitch. Ricky Weeks, didn't he have over 700 plate appearances last year? Maybe even 700 bats.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. 2 outs, nobody on here. Diamondbacks only gone down order once.
Yeah, if you get a leadoff guy that doesn't walk very much, you can get over 700 at bats.
Yeah.
Remember Lance Johnson?
Oh, yeah.
Never walked.
He'd get 20 triples a season, too.
He'd get close to 800 plate appearances over the course of a season.
Yeah. He's a pretty good little player for quite a while.
He was a good player. Very good player. Got 200 hits plenty of times.
Yeah. There's a ground ball hit sharply, but right at the shortstop, Herrera. And he throws Ransom out. The Diamondbacks are down in order here in the 8th. We'll head to the 9th. Diamondbacks sitting comfortably in this one. Gibby's going to make some more changes. Victory here tonight, Mark Grace, and he had a pretty good night of pitching.
Yeah, he really did. We're going to show just the 3 runs he gave up, but boy, he was just terrific tonight. They really needed him. He really pulled it together after giving up 3 runs in the first 4 innings. He put up 3 goose eggs after that, and then gave the Diamondbacks an opportunity to blow this thing open, and that's exactly what they did offensively. So Josh Collmenter, certainly the cover boy for this win tonight.
And Collmenter now, last 21 innings, only 1 walk to go along with 14 strikeouts. Joe Patterson comes on for the Diamondbacks. His 43rd appearance of the year. The left-hander. Castillo worked an inning, allowed a hit. Had a walk, got a big double play ball. And this is Seth Smith. He's falling behind him. 2-0. Henry Blanco is catching. Other changes for the Diamondbacks. Strike call. Ransom has moved from third to short. And Sean Burrows is over at third. So Bloomquist gets an inning off. Fly ball center field. Well tagged. Back goes Young though. And he's got one out. Never fear. CY is here.
If it stays in the ballpark and it's out to center field, he's usually going to run it down.
Join Fox Sports Arizona as we support Southwest Autism Research and Resource Center as they offer programs for adults with autism to provide skills for success. Learn more about how you can help by visiting foxsportsarizona.com and then click on the Fox Sports Arizona page. Here's Giambi. One and 0. Giambi 2 for 21 as a pinch hitter. 2 RBIs. Second consecutive left-handed hitter now. Patterson is faced and fallen behind. 2-0. He came back and got Smith. Diamondbacks about to even this series at a game apiece, sending it to the rubber game tomorrow. Jimenez against Owens. There's a strike. Mike has pitched very well. He's had a couple of starts and been very good out of the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. That's another strike.
Jason Giambi saying, where is this guy coming from? He's coming right out of the foul pole on me.
Well, Prince Fielder couldn't figure him out, could he?
No.
Hey, he struck him out. That's not fair. 2 outs in the ninth.
This ball just dives low out of the zone, and Jason Giambi just says, heck with it, I'm swinging.
Collmenter will go to 6-5 with a victory. Hemond will drop to 5-10 with a loss. Almost 35,000 here tonight,
we had a
Gracie.
good crowd tonight.
34,849.
It's good to see.
Yes, sir.
And they saw one of the better efforts of the season from the Diamondbacks, if you ask me.
I agree with you. 12 runs, 14 hits, 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position.
There you go. Timely hitting, quality starting pitching.
And they set the table in the first inning.
Exactly. They set the tone. Josh Collmenter went out and had a crisp 1-2-3 first inning, and then Willie Bloomquist and the rest of the boys put up a 5 spot, and the rest is history.
1-2. The count on Spilborghs. Fans get to their feet. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter. 9th inning. Patterson set the pitch. 2-2. Upton a big night with 6 runs batted in. Followed closely by teammate Montero at 5. Full count, 3-2. The Diamondbacks will win their 54th. Giants are winning their game at the moment. Ground ball to short. This should end it. Ransom on to first. Diamondbacks got a win. They've evened the series. 12-3 our final here tonight. Big night of baseball here at Chase Field, Grayson.
Just amazing how you can come out after one of the flattest games you played all year long last night and then come out and put up one of your best efforts of the season. Well, it's a resilient bunch, no question, Greg.
12-3 our final. For more information, highlights, and breaking news of the D-backs, check out foxsportsarizona.com. Don't go anywhere for a complete wrap-up tonight's game, including reaction for the clubhouse. It's Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink, and it starts right after this break.